Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick chat. Today on the quick chat, we're talking about Monique Samuels and her husband, Chris Samuels of Love and Marriage DC, okay, formerly of Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, yesterday, the news did break by the Jasmine brand, letting us know that Monique and her husband will not be returning for season 2 of Love and Marriage DC. You guys know that this is a spinoff of Love and Marriage Huntsville and it is produced by Mr. Carlos King, okay? So they said that they were told by a source that Monique and her husband did not film anything. Okay. Nothing was filmed at all. So we won't be seeing them on the show. I could have sworn that she mentioned that they have filmed, but I guess that they haven't filmed anything. All right. Now I will say this, Miss Ashley Silva ended up being interviewed on yesterday, and she kind of touched on her finding out about Miss Monique not being a part of the show anymore. So I want to go ahead and play this clip for you guys. So go ahead and check this out.
Out after it aired, were being tagged on social media, asking us about it. We hadn't saw it, so I turned my TV on, waited for them to come on. I saw them. I was just as surprised by the clips as everyone else. I hadn't saw the clips until last night.
So maybe the contract or something wasn't signed, and it didn't get to HR, and so because it's not an HR, they can't put it on the flyer, because it's still like a job, right? So maybe they didn't submit it.
All of our contracts were signed at the same time.
Okay. So you haven't talked to Monique. When's the last time you probably have talked to homie? Like, last
time I saw Monique was about a little bit over a week ago, I think.
A week ago. Okay. And in that, were y'all working?
No, the last time I saw her, me, her, Raina, and Tasha were at dinner for Tasha's birthday. We weren't filming that day though.
Okay. So we don't know if she clocked in. Okay. When does she normally clock in?
I don't have nobody else's schedule but my own. I don't even have quick schedule. Okay. My filming schedule is my filming schedule. I know when Ashley films. Mm-hmm. I don't know when the Tylers film. I don't know when and if the Samuels film. I don't know, Chad.
I don't know how to take this information 100%. Because you don't know when everybody filmed, but for some reason you knew that everybody's contract was signed at the same time that yours was signed. And I just find that very, very interesting. And the reason why I find that interesting is because Miss Monique took on to her, I believe it was her radio show, where she addressed, the speculations about her no longer being a part of the show. She pretty much confirmed it, but she also spoke on contracts and stuff. So that's why I kind of got a question about this. So let me go ahead and play that audio for you guys.
But yeah, so Chris and I were actually planning to be a part of the season. And, we actually wanted to show how we were navigating our marriage issues. And because we know a lot of people can relate to that, we did our initial production meeting, had a house together, kids, hair laid, glam on standby, all of that. But the main reason we didn't start filming was because of contract issues. So God works in mysterious ways, because how convenient was it that this whole divorce narrative was put out there? But the fact that Chris and I, even to this day, we never even started filming and nobody knew, that wasn't leaked. You know what I'm saying? Right. It just makes me wonder who leaked that narrative. But anyway, the only reason that there was even speculation, like you said, is because they saw this trailer and they were like, wait, where y'all at? So yes, it is true. Chris and I will not be returning. Okay. At this point, I think we're done with reality TV. Honestly, I'm just at a place in my life where I will never again allow myself to be devalued. The contract has to make sense for me. And when I'm filming, I'm giving my all. So if you want all of me, you got to make sure that paperwork is straight. Absolutely. So, no hard feelings. Business is business, and I don't care what anybody has to say about it. But as always, the show will go on. So shout out to the Tylers and the Silvers. They're going to hold it down. So make sure y'all watch Love and Marriage DC this January. Continue to support them. They are DMV. They are local. They are doing their thing. I love them. But yes, Chris and I, the Samuels, we will not be back.
Wow. So no more reality TV.
No, I think I'm done. I think I'm good. It takes a lot of bravery to be able to put yourself back out there after you've done it before. But then you also have to be smart about it and just know when it's like, you know what, maybe this isn't for us anymore. I'm in a different space in life. And, like I said, business is business. That paperwork got to be straight. and it was cricket. So I said, I'm out.
I know that's right. Well, if you want to keep up with Monique, you just got to turn them radios up now.
Listen,
so
and catch the real Monique here, always.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love it, and I love y'all. Good morning show. I love y'all.
Yeah, the real petty Monique. And another thing too.
Yeah, and the troll Todd B. That's who he is.
But another thing too, I think is good too, is that you all have been hanging out, like you and some of the cast members. So it's all good. If people want to have any speculation about how y'all are doing it, no, all you got to do is follow the Instagram. Y'all are hanging out, partying with each other. Y'all just celebrated Tasha's birthday, so it's all good.
Yep, and I actually saw Carlos King at Portia's wedding at the Nigerian ceremony, and I was able to see him, and me and him have talked, and you know, it is what it is. So there's no hard feelings, and I have nothing negative to say about anybody. It's just, it is what it is, you know?
All right, so y'all just heard what Miss Monique had to say, okay? Monique kind of alluded to the fact that nobody knew about the contracts, although Miss Ashley Silva is coming off as though everybody's contract was signed at the same time. Some part of me, I don't know. I won't be surprised if Ashley Silva is telling the truth, and the only reason why she said she don't know nobody's filming schedule was because she about didn't want to bust a bubble on Monique actually filming, but then saying that she didn't. I don't know which one's true. But these are just my thoughts about it. What else did I want to mention about this? Monique blaming the contract situation, saying, oh, you know, the contract wasn't right. And I'm kind of like, I don't know if I believe that either. I'm just going to be real honest with you guys, because number one, you know that all networks contracts are going to be completely different than Bravo. I'm sure the contract wasn't right when you came on last season, but your desire to be back on television to, you know, show a different side of you or whatever was more important. So I'm sure you took whatever offer. Now that they've gotten renewed for a second season, one would want to believe that the coin is about the same, if not a little more. Like, so maybe she's like, she wanted more versus than what she got the previous year. And because she didn't get it, maybe that's why she chose to dip out. But also, I'm willing to believe that it could have been a conversation of this. We want to dive deeper into your marriage, okay? The way the show was going last year, a lot of the viewers found that it was very boring. We lost interest by mid-season, whatever the case was, right? Maybe they wanted to dive deeper into her marriage while they're living in separate homes and all this other stuff. And Monique probably looked at it. Okay, this is just me wondering, in my opinion, and stuff. But she could have possibly looked at it like, okay, well then, if y'all want more of my information and more about my life, y'all gonna have to pay me more money for that, right? And on that part, I don't really blame her. Like, yeah, if you want to get more of my, you know, dive more into my marriage and stuff, like the negative aspects, whatever, then pay me more money. But at the same time, it's love and marriage. Like, what did you expect? You can only keep up a particular image of your marriage for so long before, you know, the type of content that Carlos does, they start to dive deeper into your situation and what you really got going on. So I don't know, some stuff just not really sounding right. I know she said that she saw Carlos King over there at, you know, the wedding or whatnot, and everything is all good or whatever. Like, I don't know if it is or it isn't, but Carlos definitely took to social media with some type of interesting post that, let me see if I can pull that up. He put up some type of interesting post after news broke that Miss Monique left the show. So I'm like, girl, is y'all cool? Is y'all ain't cool? What is it giving? I'm sure they're cool for the most part, because I don't think Carlos really ruins any relationships with the housewives, you know, outside of Candy having her issues with him or him having his issues with her, whatever the issues were between the two. But for the most part, I think he tries to maintain some type of, you know, decent relationship with them. But shortly after the news broke, he says, when I say I'm blessed, I don't mean money or material things. I mean situations that were sent to destroy me didn't even touch my soul. Then he says, you can't break my soul. Now, granted, it could have been about something completely different. It just happened to fall after, okay? It happened to post after we learned that Monique is not going to be a part of the show. She says she ain't got no bad blood. She wants people to continue to watch the show for her good friends, the Silvas and the Tylers. We'll see if it's going to give. I may check it out, you know. More people may watch now that Monique is not on. I don't know. There are speculation about two other couples joining. One of the couples being Joy and Clifton of Ready to Love. Girl, ain't nobody trying to see them folks for real, for real. We really not. I know I'm not. That's one of the speculations that's out there. Then it's a whole nother couple that don't nobody know about. But I wouldn't be surprised if they are Joy and Clifton going to be on this season. I don't know, IDK, but something just not right. Something not right about this. I think that Monique said the contract because she didn't want to really say, girl, these folks try to get into my marriage stuff. So I'm not going to get them that. But she did address it by saying, how ironic that at the time we're negotiating our contract, people, we get information. Because it's really weird because she's saying, it's interesting that when we're negotiating our contract, this tea drops about our marriage. And I think she kind of alluded to wondering who dropped that tea, but then you was just blaming People Magazine for pushing it. But you already said that you kind of knew who the person was that gave the information, and don't blame Ashley. And then when People Magazine called y'all to confirm, you said that you told them not to run it. That's not true, and they decided to run it anyway. Like something's girl, let me listen to this again. I'm sorry, y'all. This is not adding up.
But yeah, so Chris and I were actually planning to be a part of the season. And, we actually wanted to show how we were navigating our marriage issues. And because we know a lot of people can relate to that, we did our initial production meeting, had a house together, kids' hair laid, glam on standby, all of that. But the main reason we didn't start filming was because of contract issues. So
that's I'm not really sure how reality TV works, but not them getting dressed down to the nines and to the T, and then when it's time to film, they don't film because of contract issues. I wouldn't even got dressed down to the nines and to the T getting ready to film if the contract wasn't already done. That's not okay. Let's keep going. That's not adding up.
Well, God works in mysterious ways, because how convenient was it that this whole divorce narrative was put out there? But the fact that Chris and I, even to this day, we never even started filming and nobody knew. That wasn't leaked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just makes me wonder who leaked that narrative. But
who leaked that narrative? I thought you knew who leaked that narrative according to the video. I might even go watch the video again, because I could have sworn that you knew that there was some woman or something that was pushing a whatever narrative that reached out to people and gave some tea, and then people reached out to y'all and was trying to stop. Reached out to y'all to confirm that, and you was like, nah, it's not true, or whoever said it was not true, and they just pushed it out there anyway.
But anyway.
But I know the Monique fans and stans gonna correct me, so y'all correct me down in the comments.
The only reason that there was even speculation, like you said, is because they saw this trailer and they were like, wait, where y'all at? So yes, it is true. Chris and I will not be returning.
Okay.
At this point, I think we're done with reality TV, honestly.
For the moment, until the opportunity swings back around for you to do reality, I think that she will jump to the opportunity. But I don't fault her on that, because that's how she feels in this moment. That may not be how she feels 5 months down the road. It's just where she is right now.
I'm just at a place in my life where I will never again allow myself to be devalued. The contract has to make sense for me. And when I'm filming, I'm giving my all. So if you want all of me, you got to make sure that paperwork is straight.
Absolutely.
Boom. Now, see, I told y'all earlier, I kind of felt like if she did turn it down, it was because they wanted to dive deeper into her marriage situation, the separation and stuff. And she knows how this stuff works, the twists and the turns, and how they going to try to portray the relationship to be to the general public. So if you're going to do that, then you're going to have to pay me for that, for sure. So, that's giving based on what she's saying, even though she's saying that it's contract issues. I do believe that it was more about them wanting to dive deeper into this separation and the speculations and the rumors or whatever that was put out there, because that's going to be the storyline. That's going to be the narrative. They're going to show, Monique and Chris are headed for divorce and all that other stuff. So just my thoughts.
So, no hard feelings. Business is business, and I don't care what anybody has to say about it. But as always, the show will go on. So shout out to the Tylers and the Silvers. They're going to hold it down. So make sure y'all watch Love and Marriage DC this January. Continue to support them. They are DMV. They are local. They are doing their thing. I love them. But yes, Chris and I, the Samuels, we will not be back.
Wow. So no more reality TV.
No, I think I'm done. I think I'm good. It takes a lot of bravery to be able to put yourself back out there after you've done it before. But then you also have to be smart about it and just know when it's like, you know what, maybe this isn't for us anymore. I'm in a different space in life. And, like I said, business is business. That paperwork got to be straight. And it was crooked. So I said, I'm out.
I know that's right. Well, if you want to keep up with Monique, you just got to turn them radios up now.
Listen. And catch the real Monique here.
Right.
Always.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. And I love y'all. Good morning.
Yeah, something about it, like, girl, I don't know. It ain't fully adding up for me. But at the end of the day, I don't fault her for, like, if their marriage is already, because remember, people always say your marriage doesn't break up because of reality TV. It already had a strain, and you already had a strain in the marriage prior to that. So I can't even fault her, and I won't fault her if she decides that she wants to step away, because at the end of the day, her marriage and stuff is bigger, especially when it comes to her kids and all of that is bigger than reality TV. So if she wants to take a step back and not return, or whatever the case is, only people that's really gonna miss her is the fans, that's really crazy about her in the stands. But if it's more important for you to keep your family together, then I'm not gonna be mad at that. Go and keep your family together, child. Because one thing about it, I do believe reality TV gonna always be here, honey. But yeah, that's just that. I wanted to come to you guys real quick and let you hear the latest news and Monique's response to the stories about her no longer being on the show. Are y'all gonna watch the show? Do y'all think that the Silvas and the Tylers have what it takes to keep our full attention? Some part of me feel like they might. They might. I think they all, including Monique, went into this with wanting to have a certain type of image. They wanted to kind of control, in my opinion, how the show was going to be put out to us. And I say that because Carlos really went along with whatever it was they was given. I don't think that that was his true formula for reality TV, which made it not so interesting, because people like drama. They like a little slanderous type stuff. They like little stuff like that, right? And their show wasn't really giving that. And I think the Silvas and the Tylers went along with whatever it was that Monique wanted. She wanted to be able to change the narrative of how people saw her when it came down to Real Housewives of Potomac or whatnot. So I think that the Tylers and the Silvas, in my personal opinion, especially the Silvas, will do anything, in my opinion, especially Miss Ashley, to get the attention, right? I think when I saw that interview that she just did, it was given she was so happy Monique is not coming back, because now I think she's going to be pushed more to the front as the face of Love and Marriage DC. Y'all know how Melody Holt is like the face of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was Miss Monique Samuels. Now Monique isn't there. It's time for Ashley to step in. And I think Ashley has been waiting all her life for this particular moment. Even if it results in her being the most hated woman on the show, as she kind of was starting to turn into the previous season. So I'm saying all that to say that I feel like the show might end up being entertaining, because they're willing to go the extra mile and likely ruin friendships and whatever else the case is, for full, entertainment. Now, my other question is my girl Winter going to be back? Because Winter came into the show by way of affiliation to Monique. So does Winter have any other affiliations with the other ladies? And is it possible that Winter's going to be back, or are y'all just not bringing Winter back at all? Because we haven't heard anything about Winter or seen her. I did see where Ashley was talking about her being upset or something, because, or being sick. I think she was sick and she had to film, and she ended up having to film with somebody she didn't want to film with. So I'm like, who's that person? Because the only person I could think of is Winter. And then I kind of thought about, like, I mean, unless she's beefing with Monique, and then next thing you know, we learned that Monique's not even going to be on the show, and hasn't filmed either. So I mean, girl, I don't know, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna give it a few little episodes, girl, and y'all know me. If it's not given, I am gonna tap out. All right, but that's that. I wanted to give you guys the latest updates on Miss Monique Samuels and the Love and Marriage DC franchise. All right, I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like the video if you have yet to do so. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.